I think Gervonta Davis is probably the greatest fighter around now.
I think that guy's so unusual.
Yeah.
His style's so unusual, and his like patience.
Yes.
Yeah.
And makes him a guy that's one of the most complete fighters right now of all time.
Gervonta Tank Davis is considered one of the scariest boxers today, known for his explosive power, speed, and precision. He patiently waits for openings before delivering devastating knockouts. His defense, agility, and adaptability make him nearly unstoppable in the ring. With unmatched confidence and a killer instinct, Tank continues to dominate opponents, solidifying his reputation as boxing's most dangerous fighter. Boxing expert Teddy Atlas believes Davis is the most complete fighter in the sport. He highlights Davis' ability to box, punch, and adapt to any style, showcasing elite power, speed, defense, and ring IQ, making him a true force in boxing.
He reminds me of the old-time janitors, the superintendents in the big buildings, those big buildings, and they had a big brass key ring about this big with 1,000 keys on it. But every key, they knew that key was for a certain door to get into the building. When he's moving around, I'm saying, he's the super with that big key ring, and he's looking for the right key to get in the door.
You're great with the analogies. I love the analogies.
And he finds the right key.
He does.
He doesn't walk into a room and like, bang, oh my God, I should open that door. And a lot of guys do. Romero walks into that room. Garcia walks into that room, So he don't. And that's part of what separates him and makes him a guy that's one of the most complete fighters right now of all time.
Joe Rogan praises Gervonta Davis for his patience and precision in the ring, noting how he doesn't rush but waits for the perfect moment to strike. In the early rounds, Davis throws fewer punches than most elite fighters, carefully studying his opponent for openings. Rogan also highlights Davis' devastating knockout power, which fuels his immense confidence.
I'm a giant Gervonta fan. I
Yeah.
think that guy's so unusual.
Yeah.
His style's so unusual, and his like patience.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Leo Santa Cruz fight was really something for me because Leo Santa Cruz is a technician. He's great, Mexican style, but he's also a technician. And that fight was very close before Tank stopped him.
Yeah.
But he has that power that can end it.
But he finds these openings, and he sees them, but he doesn't go after them right away. He waits for the right time. He's so patient.
Right.
Like when you watch the early rounds of his fights, he's like at a world champions that are competing today at the highest level. He probably has the lowest punch count in the early rounds.
Yeah.
Because he just wait, but he also knows he's got that nuclear option that if he can fucking crack you, most likely he's going to take you out. He's got massive confidence in that.
But the thing is, can you rely on that? You know what I mean?
Right.
Because at the end, that Pitbull Cruz fight, it's like that was very close. Pitbull Cruz is a tough guy, Mexican, just staying in the pocket with him. You know what I mean? So it's like a Deontay Wilder thing where it's like you're just waiting on that one punch, but it's like you can't lose every round up to that either.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, it's interesting, right? Like you don't know whether someone's ever going to be able to figure that out, or whether or not he's just going to keep cracking people.
Yeah.
So it's part of the fun of watching it. I've talked to a lot of like real boxing purists. It's like you can't rely on that style.
Right.
He's got to be busier. When he gets to the best guys, it's not going to work out. Like, well, we'll see.
Mike Tyson has praised Gervonta Tank Davis, calling him probably the greatest fighter today. Many see similarities between the two, as both possess explosive knockout power, relentless aggression, and a killer instinct. Like Tyson in his prime, Davis instills fear in opponents, knowing that one punch from him can end the fight at any moment.
I think Gervonta Davis is probably the greatest fighter around now, but he's got a tough fight coming up. He's the top dog, there's no doubt about it. He showed that. But Barrios, he's a pretty good fighter. Last time I saw him fight, he was pretty durable.
Davis, a lot of people say he reminds you of them. Does he remind you of yourself?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe just getting in trouble with the law. Other than that, no.
Roy Jones Jr. believes no one in boxing today can beat Gervonta Tank Davis. He admires Davis' ability to box, punch, and execute his game plan flawlessly. According to Jones, Very few fighters today possess the complete package that Davis brings to the ring. His combination of power, speed, and skill makes him a rare talent capable of adapting to any opponent and getting the job done.
The best ones out there is what they don't know gets less respect for it, but one of the best ones out there. Now his mouth a little different, you know what I'm saying? He's a different kind of character when it comes to the mouth. Yeah. Because that's where he's from. But he's really one of the pound the best ones of the coop. And I'm gonna tell you why he's the best one of the coop to me. He can punch, but he also can box. You understand me? Some that can box can't punch. Some that can punch can't box. He can box, he can punch, he can move laterally, he can do the left side, right side, he can do whatever he needs to do as a southpaw to get the job done. And that's saying a lot, because not many guys can do that today.
As we're gonna have some music on that bit, huh?
Davis consistently arrives in peak physical condition, thanks to his dedication to training. This allows him to maintain a high work rate, sustain his power in later rounds, and stay sharp defensively. His endurance and ability to keep his explosiveness late in fights make him one of the most dangerous fighters in the sport.
Like day one in the camp, I start running. Probably like, it's different times. I might don't feel like running in the morning. I might run at night. It's all depends what fit you. Like, I run in the morning. If I don't, I run at night. Train probably like 2 or 3. If I want to do something again, I train at night, or I run, and that'll be it. But when I'm in camp, I really don't go outside. It's hard for me to go outside, so I just be in the gym and home. That's it. I don't go nowhere.
In addition to his incredible punching power, Davis boasts exceptional speed and agility. His quick footwork lets him maneuver effortlessly, while his rapid hand speed enables him to land precise, devastating combinations.
Frank was on stage, he said, "I'm going to beat Tank's ass." What's your response to that?
A lot of them said that. A lot of them said that, and I want him to have that attitude because, again, I know what's under the hood. He's forward built tough.
Some people just go away and be...
But you specifically?
Me? First of all, I get a camp house, out here. Like day one in the camp, I start running probably like, it's different times. I might don't feel like running in the morning. I might run at night, It all depends what fit you. Like, I run in the morning. If I don't, I run at night. Train probably like 2 or 3. If I want to do something again, I train at night, or I run, and that'll be it. But when I'm in camp, I really don't go outside. It's hard for me to go outside, so I just be in the gym and home.
His ability to explode at any moment makes him unpredictable, constantly forcing opponents to guess his next move. Oscar De La Hoya has acknowledged Canelo Alvarez's greatness, but believes Gervonta Davis is now in his prime and on track to become the face of boxing. With his undefeated record and growing popularity, Davis has positioned himself as one of the sport's biggest attractions. De La Hoya sees Davis surpassing Canelo in both influence and legacy as he continues to dominate the ring.
2 questions. Who's the face of boxing according to Oscar De La Hoya?
Oh, look, I mean, Canelo proved filling in 50,000 seats, and he proved that he's the big dog. I mean, Gervonta's right there too. He's like knocking on the door, but it's right there, Gervonta, Canelo, man. But if you take a look at Canelo's last performance, it's like Gervonta's kind of creeping up on him. So I mean, we have to speak the truth, man, and say, look, I mean, I think one more fight. I think Gervonta's maybe one more fight away from being the top dog, but it all depends on Canelo, how he looks on his next fight.
My last question of the day. You mentioned a Ryan Gervonta Davis rematch. What would be different in the rematch? I know you said it's going to sell $4 million. I agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, and with my expertise, that fight shouldn't take place.
Some argued that Davis is an even better boxer than Terrence Crawford. His ability to mix punches, use different angles, and deliver powerful combinations that sets him apart. Unlike Crawford, who starts slow, Davis applies pressure when needed and finishes fights with precision. His adaptability in any situation makes him the most dangerous boxer in the sport today.
I like about Tank is that Tank is a better aggressive fighter than Crawford. He has everything Crawford has. He can box a fighter coming after him, he can go after you, and he can just box you. He got all the things Crawford has. He knocks everybody out just like Crawford. Except for, I think Gervonta's chin is slightly better, and I think Gervonta is aggressive better. And it's funny, because when Terrence Crawford goes out there, he's going to beat you athletic. He's going to be like, bam, 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 bam. But there's a certain poise that Gervonta has that I'm like, that is super special. And he has that Floyd Mayweather poise, where he can not be doing much, but he's beating you. That's poise. I'm like, listen, approaching the fight, Gervonta Tank Davis approaches the fight better than everyone in the world.
Jose Benavidez has expressed admiration for Davis, calling him a great fighter who trains relentlessly. He even compared Davis to Mike Tyson, emphasizing his raw power, relentless work ethic, and ability to intimidate opponents before the first bell rings.
Tank Davis, champion 135. Mario Vargas, champion 140. You know Mario, San Antonio, 25-0, 17 knockouts, Tank 24-23 knockouts. What do you think?
Man, you know, Tank, man, is a great fighter, man. When he trains, he's an animal. He's fucking beast. He's one of my favorite fighters, too. I will have to go with Tank, man. Like I said, you know, if he has good preparation, he's a monster. He's a little Mike Tyson, man. He's a beast, you know. If he trains. Now, if he doesn't train, he doesn't look like when he fought. Yeah, but, you know, everybody says that. But when he fought Gamboa, he didn't look that good, you know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that no, that's what I'm saying. You know, when he trains, bro, he looks super, man. He looks super good, you know. But hopefully he takes things serious, and I think he'll look spectacular again.
How's your top 5 pound look like in the boxing right now? Who do you have 1 through 5?
Man, that's gonna be pound for pound. I would say I would put Canelo in there pound for pound. Then I would put Terrence Crawford second. Then I would probably put I don't know, third, man. It's a little bit hard right there, but I would put Earl Spence in there. It's in between Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, so that's 3 right there. I would put maybe 4. I would put Teofimo Lopez, and 5th I don't even know who to put 5th. To be honest.
You can put Charlo, you can put your son, you can put.
I would put David pound for pound, number 1.
He's a monster. So tell everybody where to follow you today.
They can follow us at Jose Benavidez Sr., Benavidez Sports, Team Benavidez, and Benavidez 300.
Teddy Atlas has long praised Davis's greatness, stating he always saw star potential in him. Atlas believes Davis's unique combination of skills, intelligence, and knockout power sets him apart. Showbiz the Adult has labeled Davis an all-time great, but noted that he doesn't share the same mindset as Manny Pacquiao. While Davis possesses unmatched skills and power, he lacks the relentless hunger and warrior mentality that defined Pacquiao's legendary career, which helped elevate him to another level.
Here's my problem with Tank. My problem with Tank is I wish he had the Duran mindset. I wish he had a Pacquiao mindset. Like, I wish he wanted to be welterweight champion and wanted to, Pacquiao was 5'5", right? I don't think Pacquiao punched harder than Tank, and Tank is definitely slicker than Pacquiao. I just wish he had that mindset to say, I'm gonna conquer 147, I'm gonna conquer 140, Teofimo Lopez, you're next. If he had that mindset, we're talking about all-time great fighter. I think his abilities is all-time, but I'm saying greatness. I just wish he had that mindset.
Joe Rogan has expressed admiration for Davis, noting how much he enjoys watching his fights due to Davis's unique style. Rogan highlights how economical Davis is with his movements, never wasting energy.
Tank is one of the most interesting fighters to watch because he's so different. His style is so different. You know, he's so economical. Like, he puts pressure on guys without throwing too many punches, and then starts to figure holes out, and the way he can explode and move in with one shot, my God.
Yeah, he very explosive, and he be cracking them dudes. Hey, he be putting them to sleep.
Just cracking people.
Yeah.
And he has so much confidence in his power.
So, you know, he just, in his mind, he know it's a matter of time before I can.
Floyd Mayweather has given Davis high praise, calling him Little Pretty Floyd. Mayweather sees Tank as a reflection of himself, admiring his skill and dominance in the ring.
But I must say this, the most exciting fighter that's acting and fighting in boxing right now is Gervonta Tank Davis. When Gervonta Tank Davis go out there and fight, he reminds me of Pretty Boy Floyd. Because Pretty Boy Floyd, you couldn't go get no popcorn. You couldn't go get no soda. You couldn't go get no candy. You don't want to miss nothing.
Oscar de la Hoya has called Tank a beast, emphasizing how difficult it will be for anyone to beat him. He specifically mentioned that Lamont Roach, while a solid fighter, would face a tough challenge against Davis.
No, I think Lamont Roach is a terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, I mean, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a dedicated fighter when it comes to training and fighting and making sure that he's in optimal conditions when he steps inside that squared circle. It's going to be a tough night for Roach, but you can never count him out. You know, watching him fight up close and personal, he's sneaky good, which means he can catch you at any time. He can land combinations, sometimes at will, without you even knowing it. You know, he's that sneaky. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting. But, you know, obviously, Gervonta Davis has the experience. He has the knowledge. He has that mean streak in him that will take you out with any punch.
Many fans and analysts believe Shakur Stevenson and Vasily Lomachenko are avoiding a fight with Gervonta Tank Davis. One of Davis's greatest strengths is his versatility. He can fight effectively at any range, whether on the inside or from a distance. His ability to adapt to different styles makes him one of the most unpredictable fighters in the sport. Showbiz the Adult has suggested that Davis should move up to the 140 pounds weight class to face tougher competition. He believes Tank has been criticized for selecting easier matchups and that stepping up would solidify his legacy.
Have a fight, yes, but have it at 140. Fighting anyone at 140 would be more exciting than this fight against Lamont Roach. Nothing against Lamont Roach, but I'm telling you, Gervonta Tank Davis fanboys, not the fans, but the fanboys, you're not going to be able to convince people that Lamont Roach is someone to get excited about versus Tank. It's not going to happen. You're going to try to call people casuals or whatever, but really, people who really knows boxing, they know that Gervonta Tank Davis is too much for Lamont Roach, all right? Now, I was saying go up to 140. Fight who, Showbiz? Fight anybody. Just have a fight at 140. And when you see in hindsight that Teofimo Lopez and Devin the American Dream Haney is now negotiating for their fight, you can understand now why I would say something like that. He has a fight at 140, then he takes on the Teofimo Lopez and Devin the American Dream Haney.
Davis's defensive skills are often overlooked, but play a crucial role in his success. He uses a high guard, shoulder rolls, and head movement to avoid getting hit cleanly in the ring.
Who used to sit at the top of the boxing world a few years ago by the name of Floyd Mayweather. What happens in that fight?
Another relationship gone sour there. Gervonta's had a lot to say about his former promoter. You would say Gervonta was a protege of Floyd, and I like that matchup. I like it a lot. Speaking about how, what does Gervonta do? He's got somebody in front of him that can be sharp for 12 rounds. Floyd is the definition of he is on point at all times, and he will not get caught with anything crazy, anything unruly in the corner. It's just not going to happen to Floyd Mayweather. And so, with that being said, Yeah.
Shay Mosley has commented on the tension between Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis, comparing it to his own relationship with his son. Mosley stated that Mayweather overshadowed Davis's chance to shine, and as Davis's career progressed, their relationship became strained. Public statements and social media exchanges revealed the growing tension.
Feel about Floyd and Tank beefing online?
I seen a little bit. Yeah, you know, I like both guys. So it's like, I know Gervonta has his issues with Floyd, and you know, Floyd has a big ego where he wants to, you know, be the man on top, and Gervonta's trying to get on top, but it seems like he has to get from under Floyd because Floyd's a big man. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of hard. It kind of reminds me of me and my son. Like I kind of like got myself away and let him do his own thing and let him have his own glory, his own, you know, his own glory, his own life. You know what I'm saying? So me being there all the time will shadow over all this stuff. Sometimes. Not intentionally. I'm not doing it intentionally. I'm not trying to be like, I don't care about him. I want him to be the best. But me being too close to him all the time takes away a little bit of his shadow, a little bit of his shine.
Davis openly expressed frustration, accusing Mayweather of trying to control his career instead of supporting him. Their fallout stemmed from Mayweather's strong influence and Davis's desire for independence.
He was telling me just stay calm. I always like to listen to Floyd when it comes to big stages like this, because he's the only one that been in my shoes and been like in these type of fights. You know what I mean? So I always try to stay close to Floyd when stuff like this happens. You know what I mean? Just to keep me humble and, you know, like, have me on the right track, you know what I mean? So I always appreciate Floyd for being in my corner and having my back, always, you know what I mean? So it's always a big love for Floyd Mayweather.
That's all for today's video. Stay tuned and see you next time.